they begin to rape them, and they order the rest to watch as the others are raped. One woman was raped by 10 men, not 10 times, by 10 different men, the other one by 8, the other one by 6, the other one by 4, 3, and all the one 19-year-old was lucky, if it is lucky, that was raped by one man, but every one of them.
A letter to my unborn child. Lucky to be raped by one man. That's the preaching of the society I'm currently living in. So I guess you'll be the product of what Begicele could care less about. In simple terms, he meant better be a victim of rape than being a victim of gang rape. But what I think he forgot to check in is the fact that both those people are still victims. I don't mean to be disrespectful. My parents taught me manners, but life taught me decency, something some of our leaders are still missing. And you still wonder why we prefer to shut up. Well, here is the hard, bitter truth. Truth as we are talking is just that those in power have decided to put our voices on mute. I am not a politician. In fact, I'm far from being one. I'm just simply a lady fighting for decency. I get that South Africa is fighting against rape, but what's the use if what we really need to be fighting for is true freedom? I remember singing "Freedom is Coming Tomorrow" just 2 months ago on Youth Day. But truth is that freedom is far from arriving if masculinity is seen as a free ticket to the foot between my thighs. I am tired of crying to humans who don't seem to have ears, of raising anti-rape posters to the blind and sharing rape stories to men who don't seem to have ever been born by a woman. So why then do we continue to address Africa as a she? If the greatest weapon against humankind is a penis, and we cover all that by saying true men show power. Beyonce sang a song and said, "Who runs the world?" and her answer was girls, but I think her answer didn't reach South Africa because over here girls are toys that men can take and demand sex from at their convenience. So where can one run to apart from staying here and wishing that the product of my rape wasn't born as violent as the men who into me saw without my permission, and now I'm left with a torn definition of intimacy. To my unborn child, know that I love you, but I pray you turn out to be nothing like the blood that runs in your veins. I've never been one to care much about looks. Trust me, you'll even see your dad, but I pray that when you come, please be handsome. Not only handsome in my eyes, but to the society at large because they care. One day, you will meet a girl. You fall in love with her and she'll look at you, and so will you. And if you are handsome, she'll call it flirting, but if you're ugly, she'll call it rape, and that is why I pray you become handsome. And if you happen to be a girl, please brace yourself to a cruel society. I wish my poetry was enough to make them stop, but they won't stop, so you'll never be safe. But know that your gender has already deemed you weak and a toy to masculinity. Asking you to wear long skirts and dukes won't do much to the minds of those twisted by their belief that they can always take what doesn't belong to them. So, if you one day happen to lose your virginity in the hands of a man you had never loved, don't lose your dignity. Let me pause right here because my frustration goes beyond the pen and ink I'm using, so I'm afraid I'll damage the paper in the process.